Alright, so next game of the Octarius Cyrex world. My next attack will be here. Now this it doesn't really matter, but here to here. Like we've said, these airfields don't count anything. They're just plain ground or whatever. I'll attack here, trying to minimize any resistance to take back the digestion pool. Try to take that place, so only be this base able to attack it, but that could easily go down as well. But this will be our next battle, this place. Alright, so then we play another game. I rolled to go first, but then the initiative was stolen by Ballender, so Tyranids is going first. Playing Annihilation, Spearhead set up. Tyranids is going first. So here's what I have in my army. I have normal loadout of truck, battle wagon, and a lone truck. Looted wagon, Defcoptus, Killicans, those Scorcher guys on the war buggy, Scorcher upgrade thing, Death Dread, Ludas, and yeah. I've also found out, Volan's about to say that he has a Turbogon, but I've also found out that there's some things we haven't been reading up, that we're not very good at doing that. That he's able to give out some things, like he's able to birth babies in assault, and give counter assaults to all his Termagon friends. But alright, so just tell us what you have, Blender.
Okay, yeah, I am stealing the initiative, so I'm going to go first. I placed my guys. This is 1,750 points, just in case we didn't say. My HQ is a Turbogon who trying to give him some extra things, like Bolander was saying, he does give counterattack to Termagants that are within 6 inches. Never played with that, we just didn't know, didn't read about it. I'm also giving him toxic miasma, which means that I guess it's something where in assault the Orks have to try a toughness test, and if they don't make it, then they have to take a wound. So that may help.
And we don't know, but we don't know if you're allowed to take armor saves, cover saves, any of those invulnerable saves. Any of those saves.
I think it's just cover saves. It's going to be an assault, so no cover saves. But
yeah.
So anyway, I have Hormigons, 15 Hormigons, 20 Hormigons. Those are my troops. And actually I have 16 Termagants. I only have 5 Devourer guns. I have 2 Hive Guard with Impaler cannons, or Impaler guns. I have, oh I'm sorry, no, these are my 2 Zoanthropes, just proxy guys there. Then I have my 2 Hive Guard over there with the Impaler cannons. As far as my troops coming in reserve, I have the Doom of Melantai is 4. I have a group of 20 Hormigons. That's what I was talking about, one of my Hormigon groups there. I have 12 Termagants coming in the Spore. And I have a Spore with 5 Tyranid Warriors. And then I have a group of 8 Gene Stealers and actually 1 Broodlord. The other thing we didn't play last time is the Broodlord has these special abilities that enables you to kind of hurt the assault during assault.
Not a gaze in the Horror.
Yeah, Aura of Despair or something like that. We've read up about that, and we'll make sure we do it this time. So hopefully it'll be a little bit better. So that's my army, and I'll come back after my turn.
And this is his deployment, those Zoanthropes, Hormigons, guys inside the building, and the Hive Guard, and Volander's going first. Be back to his end of turn 1.
Okay, into Tyranids turn 1. I went ahead and moved up these Zoanthropes. These Hormigons ran up a bit, take some cover behind that berm. This Turbogon birthed 15 or 16, 15 Termagants. They moved and just ran to be behind that berm. That was all the movement phase. These guys just stayed put. In shooting phase, I shot these Hive Guard at the group of Killicans. One was made so it could not shoot, and another one was destroyed. Over here, the Zoanthropes did 2 warp or psychic tests. One didn't make it, so he lost a wound. He didn't make a save. The other one shot at that orc truck there and actually blew it up. The orcs just spilled out. So that's the end of my first turn. We'll come back. Boy, it was destroyed, and the orcs just fell out. Now we'll come back at the end of the orcs' first turn.
Alright, end of my turn. Moving vehicles forward, trying to get as many guys into this force field as possible, since I don't want to lose guys like I did for that tank. Moved these guys over this guy. So many times Blue Wagon presses it. Oh, I gotta kill the orc that drives this tank, because he presses it too many times. And he pressed it again and ran into the mountain. These guys moved up here, got 2 shots off, shot him at the Zoanthropes, did nothing. Over here, Ludas shot down the fire lane into the Space Spring Termagon spawned guys, killed 11 of them, and that's all that happened. So, dead pile, truck, Killican, 11 spawned Termagants. Going into the Tyranids turn 2, some reserves will be rolled.
Face.
Alright, now Bowlander will roll for his reserve. Say what you're rolling for, and you need a 4+.
Okay, this is for my Gene Stealers. Gene Stealers, okay. 5. This is for my Spore with Termagants.
Made it up, jeez. Okay, Termagants? Those are Termagants.
Spore with Termagants. This is my Doom and Malantide.
Ah, jeez.
This is my Spore with Warriors.
Oh my god, everything's coming in. What
the last guy, here's
Stealers?
my Hormagants. This Gene Stealers are already in. Hormagants don't come in. Everyone else does.
You didn't even need Hormagants. Oh, well, doesn't seem like a very good turn 2 for the Orcs. Be back to you at the end of Tyranids turn 2. Alright, well, I've been slaughtered, but wanted Bowlander to tell you how the slaughter it took.
Okay. Well, like you saw last time, we had the Doom and Malantide, Termagants, the Warriors, and the Gene Stealers come in. Luckily, I rolled for me to come in on this board edge. I actually ran 6, and that put me right in range to get all but 1 in assault. As far as the other movement, well, first off, these Hormagants kind of pushed forward. These guys kind of pushed back to get a cover save, but that kind of changed. I really didn't move anything else. I'll start back over here and shooting. These guys, the Hive Guard, correct? They went ahead and shot their impaler cannon at this truck and actually blew it up. Orc boys spilled out.
Blew it up, but I rolled a wrench on my ramshackle table, so only kind of destroyed.
Oh yeah, so all of them came out there fine. These Termagants in the building shot at these guys and killed all but 2, forced them to run back. The Termagon actually shot a blast, a spine cluster blast at this group of orcs, but it missed the orcs, hit here, but didn't do anything to damage it. The Doom Malantide, he did come in. He took away 1 wound from the orc boys, the looters there, and he took
1 from the orc boys.
Wound from the orc boys that were over there, and then he did a blast. Well, there was 3 spine cluster blasts, and these Termagants, all told, they basically wiped out the.
Well, 1 spine cluster shot at the Deathcopters.
Yeah, one of these shot didn't do anything. All my warriors
moved over and hit the Gene Stealers and the orc boys.
Yeah, so all being told, I shot at the Ludas and the helicopters, and the Ludas all died. The helicopters were not hurt. And did this guy do a blast as well?
Yeah, Cataclysm.
Oh, he did it against these guys, though, right?
Lost 2 wounds.
Yeah, he lost 2 wounds. In assault phase, I did assault the Orks. I did my Brood Lord power, hypnotic gaze or something, and made it so that the Ork knob could not assault. But he didn't even get the chance because my guys were able to wipe the Orks out and they consolidate for 2 inches. These guys actually, I said, I moved them up, but then I figured there's nothing more to kill over there, so I ran this way 6 inches. And other than not taking out these helicopters, it's a pretty successful turn, but 15 shots of the helicopters, nothing happened. I didn't even wound them. I gave him 1 wound, but he made it. So.
And this shows that you need to stay in the custom force field. Both my trucks were out of the custom force. That truck barely out of the custom force field, and that's how you die when you're an Ork truck.
You actually have 1 wound on there, right?
No.
You don't?
No, nothing happened. So.
What was it that you had a wound? No.
Alright, so now going into my turn, I'm going to try to pick up... Oh, and these guys are running. They're falling back, I mean. They failed the leadership, so they're done. But we allow them to reroll, or house rule, to come back, because it's fun when that happens. But yeah, so going into my turn to come back from a slaughter. Alright, so end of my turn. Finally, the guy in here, after a good beating, my power fist, he was finally able to move the tank, moved it back. These guys all moved away, sadly, from the custom force field. That might be a bad idea. But able to drop out those guys, pop out those guys, and use the dead guys. So there's actually, plus all those guys that are dead right there. A lot more dead guys. My shooting, flamer guys brought those termagants down to 1 guy, while these guys just blast him apart with like 6 blasts or 4 blasts on him. While these death copters shot my static spore and instant killed it. Death Dread moved up and assaulted the multi-assaulted both these guys. Couldn't do anything to anything. This guy blasted these guys, but it flew off to the side and did nothing. Shot this blast over into those termagants over there. Killed 1, 25%. Made them flee because they're out of 12 inches away from the Turbigon. They fleed off the board. So that was very good for me. Came in here with my boys. Both boys from there. My boys from here came. These guys multi-assaulted the Turbigon and the Termagants, but these guys assaulted the Termagants. There's only a couple guys left. 3 Orks and a Knob with a wound, because they had counterattack, and these guys mostly just slaughtered them, while I took away 2 wounds from the Turbigon. And coming back from the slaughter from last turn, going into Tyranids turn 2, we still got those Hormagons still in reserve, but we'll see how that works out for him. Want to roll for that right now, Bolander? Alright. Alright. Tyranids turn 3. Tell us what happened. Bolander.
So long turn. I can't even remember half the stuff. Okay.
Start with movement phase.
Movement phase. These guys moved up. Hormagons moved up. There was 2 Zoanthropes. They moved up. The reason being that there was 5 helicopters here. These guys moved back just to get out of range. Those Gene Stealers moved, ran, and then you can see that they assaulted that truck. They did nothing to it, unfortunately.
Really whiffed it because it moved 12 inches, so it could only 6 guys. Or
these
6
guys moved. The Hive Guard moved, tried to shoot at these guys, actually made it so that 1 guy could not shoot. These guys just stood in place. There's 15 Termagants and the Turbigon here.
The toxic miasma killed 5 Orks, and finally I brought down the Turbigon.
The Turbigon
So 6
died.
Orks died.
he killed one.
Toxic Maze, it killed 5.
Yeah. These guys, actually, he made one of my guys lost his last wound because he had Peril to the Warp
again.
This guy shot a warp lance, took out a helicopter.
Killed him.
These guys shot all their death spitters at here. Had a lot of wounds and took out 3 additional ones. There was 1 helicopter left. These guys charged and took it out. They consolidated backwards. In that assault,
here, it was horrible. I put 2, because I had 5 attacks, put 2 on this, 3 on the zone, on Doom and Malantai. Had 1 hit, and I would insta-killed it, but I rolled a 1 to wound. Nothing happened. I only had 1 wound on him, and he made his invulnerable save, and I would have instant-killed both. I could have easily took these guys out, but jeez, horrible. Deafy. Alright, no.
So, anyway, that's the end of
I don't know what your name is.
Tyranid game, turn 3.
Your name's Big Daddy.
Unfortunately, my Hormagaunts didn't come in. That would have been better.
Yeah.
But they're still out on reserve, and that's the end of my turn. So.
Going into Orks turn 3. This is only turn 3, and so much carnage. Though this is not even how much there is. All these Orks that are on the board are actually technically dead. But I just used them because I didn't want to get any more Orks from there. So there's even
maybe
more here.
20 Ork boys.
Oh, more than 20, like another 10 or.
I probably still have only 2 kill points. Each Ork squad is like 30.
Yeah, you have a couple kill points, but alright.
I got the trucks and the helicopters, 3, and then Ork boys 4. I don't know.
Alright, we'll be back. Alright, end of my turn. Once again, not rolling a 1, so able to move away. Blast apart a couple of those guys. Moved up here. Shot with the 1 guy that could shoot at the 1 Hormagun I was in range of. Missed, hit a warrior, and couldn't wound him. But here, finally, the Death Dread insta-killed the drop pod. And, oh yeah, I flamed a bunch of Hormaguns, only 3 left. And then just piled in all my guys and just moved over here. Sadly, these guys stayed scared. Alright, and that is the end of my turn. Going into Tyranids turn 4. Most likely those guys will be coming in. Hormaguns.
End of Tyranids turn 4. Pretty good turn for the Tyranids. What I did with these Hormaguns, I just moved them back and just ran away. My Tyranid warriors here just shifted from behind that spore, just came up to the top of this little hill and shot at, oh here they are, the three groups. There's 3 little buggies here. During the course of the shooting, they were able to destroy 2 of the buggies, and 1 was made so that it couldn't shoot and it can't move. And I think the shooting included a warp blast from the Zoanthrope.
So it's mobilized and can't shoot.
Yeah, mobilized and can't shoot. This turn. Over here, I had my Gene Sealers move, run, and then they assaulted the Death Dread, and I was able to actually hit and then wound, so luckily I was able to take that out with an explosion and killed 1 of my Gene Stealers. My guys consolidated back 1 inch, the Doom and Malantai consolidated back 4 inches, just trying to keep away from these little Killicans. Coming over here, these guys did come in, my 20 group of Hormagaunts. They ran up and double assaulted the 2 Orks here, and there was 4 Orks that were in a truck that these guys blew up. So these guys blew them up, they came out, and then these guys charged and multi-assaulted. Actually, they didn't get a charge because I didn't get all in, but they took out those 2 little kill points there. So end of turn 4, and it's looking a little even now, but hopefully it'll go better, because typically the Tyranids by turn 4 are down to the Doom of Malantai, so this is different type of game. Turn 4?
Yes. Alright, so end of turn Ork 4. Jeez. Well, did some stuff. these guys finished off those pesky Geezers that took out Big Daddy. This guy did not press it. Oh, shot this way actually. Large blasted those guys. Killed 2 warriors.
Killed 2?
Yeah.
Just killed 1.
No, 2. That Kroot guy who was approximating that one to your warrior.
Oh,
right
okay, yeah.
Killed 2. And over here I killed 2 Hormigons from the cannon from the battle wagon, and then I assaulted and killed the 2 last Hive Guard to give me another kill. One though, consolidated 1 inch, and I'm gonna die by those Hormigons. So now it's just let's see if the Tyranids can clean up the mess on turn 4 or start of turn 5 now.
5 is the last turn. In the Tyranids turn 5. Pretty short turn. Went ahead and ran those guys behind the berm. This guy moved up. Doom Valentine moved from next to the building up to that top of the hill. These guys moved over to here, shot 9 shots at the last little buggy, and it was already immobilized. They took out 2 of its weapons, and it basically was dead. I tried to do warp lances against these guys, and I wasn't able to do anything from either the Doom Malachite or the Zoanthrope. And over here, these guys charged the group of like 14 or 15 Orc boys, and then they did take them out and consolidate back to behind this little hill. That's the end of my turn 5, and it will be Orc turn 5. Then we'll roll to see what happens.
Alright, end of my turn. Actually, very quick turn. I just moved this guy back, tried to take a pot shot at the Zoanthrope, missed. This guy blasted, insta-killed 2 warriors, and these guys assaulted and insta-killed my set explorer. So now Volander's gonna roll to see if the game ends. The game ends. Play Annihilation, but I have to say, this is a crazy game. The Octarius.
I still think it's gonna be going to the Orks because there's so many.
I think once I got totally slaughtered by these guys and everything, I just decided I'm gonna go full out just for kill points. But we're gonna see who has the most kill points. We'll be back. Alright, so let's count it up. I got Bolander's got truck. 3. Occupants of truck.
6.
Occupants of battle wagon. 7. Big Daddy. 8. These guys 9. These guys 10. And Luda's 11. Alright. I can't think of anything else. That's probably what it is. And now, what do I have?
You had 3 spores, 1, 2, 3. You had the spawned Termagants 4. You had the Termagon 5. You had the Hive Guard 6. You had 1 group of Termagants 7. You had another group of Termagants that were in the spawns 8, right? And you had the Gene Sealers 9. So close.
9 to 11.
Win for the Tyranids.
3rd win for the Tyranids.
3rd win out of how many 300,000 games?
Yeah, but we've had like
games,
we've had a lot of ties to where the game ended in just a dice roll, so those could easily have been under your belt. Another game, 50-point disadvantage too, and even with my mechanicalized fighting force, still the Orks brought down total slaughter. Alright.
Yeah, it was just, I took a couple of chances early with my Zoanthropes. In my Hive Guard, just to put them out in the open to bust open tanks, and somehow it happened, and that's why I was able to bust tanks.
Mostly because they're out of custom force, but once Starshank, Big Mech still lives. He's the boss of the world. This whole Orc army is his. 3rd loss. Well, 2nd loss technically. The assassination was under that one war boss's control, so he So 2 losses under his belt. Many victories, though. Alright. So more battles for Cyrex World closing to an end. I think
more Orc Assault, right?
Yeah, that'll be end of my turn too. And then we're gonna go with 1 more turn. So 3 more attacks for Tyranids, 3 more attacks for Orks. But at the very end, we have a big surprise for you. Apocalypse. Dun dun dun. Dun dun dun.